Divine greetings and gratitude. Welcome back to our home base, my Saiyonan collective. I'm super excited to have you here. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Nuna. I'm here to help you transcend beyond pain and suffering, manifest, and expand your consciousness by merging the arts of poetry, writing, and magic. Today, we're going to be doing a reading, of course, and this is going to be the last reading I believe that I'm going to do for the week. And the reason why is because I need to get back in front of the camera. So I'm going to be doing that. Anyways, yes. So let's go ahead and dive into the messages. By the way, happy new moon in Gemini. How is your new moon going? I hope that your new moon is going by well. I hope that you do decide to work some beautiful magic tonight. Also, for whatever reason, I just got an image of a butterfly. And if you hear anything in the background, it's because two of my kids are in their room, two are with their aunt, but you may hear two children in the background. If that bothers you, then this may not be the space for you. If you're fine with that, great, welcome. Okay, but anyway, yes, I ended up seeing a blue butterfly and I can't remember for the life of me which one, what it's called. I can't remember. But it's the blue butterfly, and I'll make sure to put the name somewhere in here. And if it comes back to me, I will say it in the actual reading. But it is the blue butterfly. Blue morpho. There you go. It came already. Look at that. The blue morpho butterfly is something that definitely came through, and it's almost kind of coming up as an ancestor spirit for somebody. So I don't know if the blue morpho butterfly is significant to you. I know for me, it definitely is. It's actually one of my favorite insects. That blue butterfly is something that I do absolutely love. It actually kind of shows up and pops up in my life and my intuitive body and whatnot. But anyway, maybe you are someone that recognizes that energy as a kindred spirit. Maybe you recognize the blue morpho as symbolic for your own journey. But what a beautiful way to start the reading. The first card that you actually have here is the Ace of Cups, and I'm so here for that. And I feel, I don't know if you are about to get ready to travel, but I'm feeling like you definitely could have ties to Central South America. That region is sticking out to me for some reason. I'm not sure if you're getting ready to go on a trip, but there's something very spiritually significant for you there, and it's something very ancestral. And I feel like I'm hearing like the word river, and I'm hearing the word like the Amazon River. I don't know if you have any ancestors that are from that region, but that is definitely something that's coming through now. Wow. I really do feel, I'm getting a feeling of the jungle. I find that to be quite interesting. There's something about the jungle here and you journeying through this place, like you journeying through the jungle. There's something about the jungle here that's really significant. So the fact that you have the Hierophant here in reverse, and you also do have here the Ace of Cups, I hope that you don't mind. This is a pepper plant that I'm going to be giving away. I hope you don't mind that pepper plant hanging out with us. And we also do have an eggplant here that I'm going to be giving away as well. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of move that real quick just to kind of give this a bit more room. But the fact that you have the Ace of Cups here and you also do have the Hierophant here in reverse, this is very, very telling. And the reason why I say that is because, of course, this is definitely the new moon in Gemini today, right? So we also do know that Venus entered Leo. And I feel like this has everything to do with you allowing yourself to surrender to the beauty of these places. No matter how chaotic things seem to be, no matter how scary things seem to be, I feel like you're kind of releasing and letting go of this old traditional mindset, this old traditional way of doing things. And I'm hearing the word spiritual retreat. I feel like there's something about a spiritual retreat that you just went on or that you're looking to go on, how it's going to help you to expand my apologies. I had to stop the reading because Rashad was doing something that he had no business doing. So anyway, he's up here getting ready to eat with one of his eldest brothers. So yes. Anyways, so I feel like what the divine is pointing out to me the most right now, again, is that you are going again on this spiritual retreat, or you've been in a spiritual retreat. And I feel like this is some type of journey, an inner journey that does, yes, have to do with transformation. But I feel like it also has more to do with you expanding your inner world, you expanding your heart space, and you allowing yourself to move out of these old traditional idealist ideas that you may have had. But also I feel like this has everything to do with you no longer being chained or submitting or conforming to things in the way that they used to be. And I feel like you're entering into this new space of life that is going to help you to expand spiritually, truly. I feel like with the Ace of Cups coming out here, it really is a beautiful thing, because I feel like there's something about how you've been through the rigor of life and how now you're understanding just how fragile life can be, but also you're understanding just how beautiful that very same life can be if you allow yourself to move out of old, outdated traditional values. There's something about how you are someone that has such strong spiritual power that somehow that very same thing became what kind of blanketed the fact that you were sensitive, if that makes sense. And I feel like you're someone who is very, very delicate, but you've had to show a lot of spiritual strength. You've had to show a lot of warriorship. You've had to show a lot of brute. I don't know why I'm hearing like brute and rigor and force, and I'm hearing like iron, like iron and steel, like boots, and I'm hearing them like clank on the ground. I feel like it's giving me this energy where you've had to go to war for yourself. You've gone to war for others. And I feel like now a spirit is like, I don't want you to remain in that energy, because what's missing is that softness. What's missing is that beauty. What's missing is that inner beauty, that inner sanctuary. And I feel like there's something about, I also am hearing something about like a frog, venom or something like that. I feel like you're probably going to be doing some type of plant medicine or some type, and I'm not promoting anything, illegal. If you have your affairs together and you don't operate within the United States jurisdiction, and then you are in your own jurisdiction and you have your own government and things like that, then no one can really tell you anything, right? But if you are someone that does conform to that, I'm not telling you to do anything illegal, okay? But there's something very strongly significant about plant medicine, and how when you allow yourself to receive the plant medicine, whether it be ayahuasca, whether it be dimethyltryptamine, right? DMT, right? Whatever it may be. And I'm not promoting anything that you should do. If you have any history with any type of mental health issues and things like that, then maybe just, maybe avoid that. I don't know. I can't tell you what to do, but either way it goes, me, myself, I definitely am a psychedelic advocate, right? That's just me though. But either way it goes, I feel like there's something about how you allow yourself to receive the wisdom from these different types of plant medicines and whatnot. And even again, there was something about frog venom that's coming through here as well, where you start to kind of not only expand your awareness, but you start to expand your emotional consciousness. I don't know why it's coming through as emotional consciousness. I've never heard of it that way, but I guess if I had to rationalize it or break it down, what it feels like is that you have a higher state of awareness when it comes to your emotional capacity. And that's the best way that I can break it down and make it digestible. It feels like there's something very strongly significant about you expanding your heart space. If you don't do anything like, psychedelics and things like that, or plant medicine, or, whether it be, again, like ayahuasca or whatever it may be, I feel like you are someone who's called to go into deep states of meditation. I don't know why I'm seeing meditation here, but I'm also seeing the jungle, and I'm hearing a retreat, but I'm also getting a feeling of isolation. And the reason why I feel like this is because you're in a space in your life where you're allowing yourself to release a lot of things that happen. And it could have been, in childhood, it could have been as an adult, it could have been as, you're, in your teenage years, who knows, right? Right? You and your guides know, you and spirit knows. But there's something about how when you allow yourself to expand your heart space, somehow your life also expands. People see you in a different way. People want to show up for you in a different way. People want to be here for you in ways that you did not know that they could be. But the reason why the spirit is saying is that the reason why they're not here for you is because they see you as someone who is strong. And it's unfortunate, but people don't always know to be there for you when you are the one showing strength, when you are the leader. And I'm hearing spirit say that if you come to us meaning your guides, your ancestors, the divine, whatever you believe in, if you come to that source, then all you're doing is coming back to yourself. And I truly believe that I'm hearing that they're wanting you to change up your spiritual routine to reflect your heart space, to help you to expand your heart space. And there's something very strongly significant about this blue morpho that I'm seeing for you right now. You may want to meditate on that energy, but if you look at, I'm seeing like iridescent. So this could also be you having a strong association with things that are iridescent. So it could be dragonflies, it could be beetles, it's something where even crows, maybe that's significant to you as well. But there's something about how you see the contrast between this beautiful, beautiful purples and blues, and it's so beautiful. The visions that I'm getting right now, it's so gorgeous, it's so amazing. But the reason why is because I feel like they're saying that once you do make it through this, you will experience the iridescence, the beauty, the glitter, of it all. And it's amazing because I feel like this really is highlighting the fact that you have been through rigor. Like, I don't know a different word to use right now. Tumultuous energy, rigor, right? Heartache, pain, torment, the crushing weight of boulders, weighing you down, like whatever you want to call it. But I feel like there's something about how doing things in a certain way in your old life and your past is exactly the reason why things are like this now. And the reason why spirit is wanting you to go deeper into this journey. Honestly, it really is expanding. There's something is expanding you. This journey is expanding you. Look, the 7 of Wands. You see what I mean? Exactly. Precisely. It's the rigor. It's the constantly having to defend. It's the constantly having to be at war, feeling like you're at war, feeling like you have to protect yourself, protect something, protect your fortress, or protect the fort, or whatever it is, right? Like whatever it is, protect your life, protect yourself, your body. Right? Your mind, your heart, protect your heart. It's like you've had to constantly give this fiery energy, but the body can only take so much. And look at that. You also do have here, like I was telling you, it's ancestral. This is coming up as ancestry. Like, yeah, I mean, you can say abundance, fine, cool. Okay, cool. But at the same time, I'm seeing this as ancestry. I'm seeing this energy and I'm feeling this as your ancestors know that you too have been through so much. And they're saying that there's something that you do. My apologies. I had to stop because the camera did start to overheat, but here we are again. So basically, from what I remember, we were talking about this here 10 of Pentacles. And with this 10 of Pentacles, it was coming up as your ancestors letting you know that there's something about what you do, how you do it, when you do it, where you do it. It's the way that you do things. They welcome that. And the reason why is because it pulls you out of this idea that you have to continuously do things the old ways. And there's something about how not only are you forging a new path, but you're also allowing yourself to honor what you are doing in your own path. Now, what I do want to bring my attention back to is the fact that we talked about the blue morpho and about iridescence. I believe it was on the crow, the beetle, dragonflies, and things like that. I feel like the reason why they were bringing this to my awareness was because I feel like there's a sense of hope and this promise of you actually having emotional catharsis, or you experiencing that after you allow yourself to expand emotionally. And I feel like they're telling you that you can allow yourself to utilize plant wisdom to help you to expand your heart space. And I also feel like you're in a space in your life where they're honoring the fact that you are going through what they're saying is transformation, yes, but I also do deeply believe, to add on to that, is that it's not just transformation. I believe that it is also remembrance, because whenever you go throughout life, sometimes things do pull you away from the shores of yourself. Sometimes the waves of life pull you away from the groundedness, from the shores of your heart. And I feel like now you're returning back to this space of emotional regulation, this emotional nourishment, but also this emotional expansion. And I feel like your emotional, I don't know why, I feel like I heard the word emotional consciousness. It's interesting because I've never heard it that way. But in this instance, what it feels like is that if I had to break it down and make it a bit more rational, Emotional consciousness means to me that you are bringing more awareness to your emotional state. And I feel like you're heightening your sense of emotional awareness, right? And I feel like with you doing this allows you to expand your own consciousness because you're open to receiving more. You're not only open to receiving more information, but you're open to receiving more healing. And I feel like you're someone who just has always had to have it together. And I'm also hearing too that you are somebody that when you are alone, that's when you feel that you can cry. That's when you feel that you can let it out, because there's something about how you can't be in front of other people and just allow yourself to feel and be, because people expect you to be strong. People expect you to fight. People expect you to be this leader. People expect you to be anything other than human. They expect you, or they want you, they need you to be anything other than what would inconvenience them. And I feel like now Spirit is saying, I need you to draw yourself right back in, because when you do that, you honor your emotional body. You allow yourself to heal. There is some form of emotional healing here. And I know that we are in this beautiful energy of Gemini season, but this is preparing you for whatever it is that you may be going through during Cancer season. And I'm hearing the words emotional catharsis. I want you to pace a path that allows you, that leads you to people, to spaces that allow your heart to expand. And with this does come a foot bath. With this does come a foot baptism. I know it sounds crazy, but a foot baptism, absolutely. It's where you give your feet a baptism. It's where you baptize your feet. It's where you cleanse your feet. I will no longer walk down the same path that I once walked. I will no longer allow myself to step into these situations with people when I know that I can always walk another direction. I will not allow myself to walk a path of forgetfulness, but I allow myself to walk a path of remembrance. That's the reason why they're saying to you to do a foot baptism. If you want to know a recipe on how to do a foot baptism, let me know down in the comment section. I will create a PDF where you can go onto the website, and that's at thesayonanpath.org, and I will give a recipe that could be used for you. I will not put it here. You would have to go to my website if you want that. If you do, let me know down in the comment section, and I will prepare that, and I will make sure to comment when it's ready if you feel that you need it, because foot baptisms to me are so underrated. They are so underrated. You cleanse the feet of everywhere you've walked. Perfume the feet. Ensure that where you walk, you are walking always on sacred grounds. You will only be led to sacred grounds. And that could be the reason why they're calling you to South America. That could be the reason why they're calling you to Central America. It could be Peru, wherever, right? Either way it goes, I feel like you are being called to allow yourself to tune into this ancestral wisdom that's going to help you to expand. I'm not seeing this 10 of Pentacles here as anything dealing with money, although money could come from it when you do expand. Okay? Because for so long, you've had to fight for so long. And I don't feel like they want you to continuously be in this energy. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. And look at that. You also do have here the Star card, and you also do have here the King of Cups. What else do you have here? You also have the High Priestess in reverse. There's something about, look at that. And you also have the Community card. Exactly. Precisely. The Community card. I feel like with that, I want to go back again to this iridescence. Again, there's something about this iridescent energy, this ethereal beauty, this ethereal energy here that's surrounding you. And I feel like now you're in a space where you can open up and ask the divine, what is it that you see for me? What is it that you want for me? Please help me. Please help me to receive divine wisdom in a way that helps me and leads me to a space where I can feel safe, into a space where you are safe to remember. I deeply feel truly like whatever it is that you have going on in your life, that this is definitely one of those things where it's all about spiritual renewal, emotional renewal. This really does. And I feel like this has everything to do with you allowing yourself to experience beauty and love, and not just romantic love. In fact, I'm not picking up on romantic love at all. I'm picking up on spiritual love. I'm picking up on self-love, yes. But also I feel like there is this overarching feeling, like this overarching energy of you allowing yourself to expand your heart space through medicine, through herbal medicine, herbal remedies. right? Researching the astrological associations with each herb and seeing, okay, well, which one of these herbs can I intake to help me expand my emotional body, expand my spiritual body, expand my spiritual emotional awareness, which can in turn help me to expand my consciousness, which consequentially helps me to remember. I love this for you so much. I love this. And I know that you've been through a lot in life. I know that life was brutal for you. I know that you've met some very, and let's just say interesting people. You've met some very interesting individual souls that you will never allow into your space again. I understand. And I also feel like it's because of that we've learned so much and we know who to allow into our space and who not to. And also mop your floors. Okay. I feel like that's all that I have for you at this time. This is what came through, right? Like this is just simply what came through. I feel like not again, because I don't think I told you this, but I want you to look into the blue morpho butterfly. And also this does feel a lot like healing. So there's something in the Ethereum. It is called the Divine Healing Ritual Oil. You are more than welcome to use that. And I also am going to be doing a restock soon for the shop. I'm really excited about that. Oh, more on that later, because I decided that I actually am going to have a shop. I'm just going to make sure that I keep things separate for the ministry. So that's neither here nor there. If you do need the oil or the candle, it is going to be available on the website. You don't really have to worry about that. If you want to, you can always just go to your local botanica or your local apothecary, get yourself a white candle, work with some herbs that you find to be healing, work with that for 21 days, of course, and doing prayer time at the same time at 7 p.m., and things like that. But if you want to know more about what I'm talking about in that instance, I will make that in another video. Just let me know down in the comment section, or I might just create it just so that you can have it. And I may or may not put it onto the website for the Saiyonan Circle. Not sure yet. We'll see. But either way it goes, yes, I definitely am hoping the best for you. I do hope that you do allow yourself to heal, expand, evolve, enjoy life. Thank you for listening and tuning in to these messages. If you need anything from me, please feel free to visit me online over at the SaiyonanPath.org. I would love for you to also join my email list to nunamakai.com. And the reason why is because I am a poet and a writer just as much as I am a seer and a witch. So I would love for you to dive deeper into my writing, because I am going to be giving you a lot more things dealing with writing. Okay, we merge the arts of poetry and magic here. That is what we are known for. That is what we are building. I've been doing this for years. I'm just starting back over on YouTube a year ago on this channel. But either way it goes, yes, I would love for you to be a part of the Saiyonan Circle. Make sure that you do check the link down in the description box as well as the comment section. Subscribe to this YouTube channel, because there are going to be a lot more videos so that I can nurture you spiritually. I love you. Take care, and I'll catch you in my next video.